Hello everyone. I hope you all can see me, and I'm starting with your questions. See, even I've been very busy since the morning, and we have lots of things happening, and learning huge number of application has the students have accepted that in our college also. So let's begin with your the chat. What you are asking, but I think before I go for chat, I like to tell you a few things which I observed in the admission today since the morning, that students are accepting the offers they have, but in some of the subjects the percentage is very low, and in some of the subjects it's exceptionally high, which I would say is political science honors, BCom honors. Even in our college we had 704 as a cutoff, which was higher than what we expected last year, but this is first list maybe. And same way, I just observed, I found it a bit strange. Like in electronics honors, I observed the percentage to be quite low. To my surprise, it was around 250. So I'm telling you this why, because for those students who feel that their score is low, so they can adjust themselves according to the cutoff which is coming out. One more thing which I like to tell you, I'll just take up your questions. I'm seeing them in the chat. I'll try to take maximum whatever amount I can take. But one thing I'm telling you now is that the best thing you can do at this stage, if you have missed out, is wait for 22 and 23rd August. On 22nd, the number of vacant seats will be displayed at your portal. And the seats you have already filled a preference list. And on 22nd and 23rd August, you will be allowed to change your preference. So the best thing or the intelligent thing which you could do at this stage is adjust your preference in such a way that you fit, because even in the BCom honors, even in some of the subjects I saw there is a huge diversity, meaning in the marks some students I saw they are very low in marks, and it's an exception, but because their preference list was such that they got their first choice and this college which he or she might not have got at the first round. So that's it with what I wanted to say. Right, Tanya Singh is asking, is ma'am is score combination के लिए, if they are not eligible, then they will not be allotted a seat? So I like to answer this question in a bit more depth for everyone to understand. There are four types of rejections which are happening at our end. One is that your general eligibility for taking admission in Delhi University. What is the general eligibility? The general eligibility is that you must have passed in class 12th. Those students who have not passed, they are not eligible, even from, if not from one the other board, but they should be declared pass from one major board in which they appeared. So if that is the case, you are out of the system, your application will be rejected. The next level of rejection is the program specific eligibility, where what is happening is that the program where you have applied, you are not eligible there. So if you are not eligible there, what happens is your application will be out from that program only. For rest of your preference list, you will be eligible. So you are very much in the system. If by mistake you have applied for a program where you are not eligible, but still your application is being considered for rest of the courses. Same way, the third way how your application is getting rejected is subject mapping, that the CUT score, the CUT papers which you took, and the subjects which you studied in class 12th are not mapping. And if that is the case, again, you are not out of the system. You are out where this subject mapping matters. Meaning, suppose you are taking in BA program where you can take on the basis of language, one core subject and general test. Then your mapping would be better or maybe all right. And then you are very much into the system. So after these three type of rejections, there is another rejection which is happening is your certificates. If your certificates are not up to date, your application is rejected. For that, you are asked to submit fresh documents if you have, and you are given a lot of chance. And you still can ask for an email also. If you are not able to upload the documents, you can request the college people to give you an email to give you ample chance, because we have to be empathetic. The college might also give you a call to upload the documents properly. But if your documents are not proper, say for example, your document for your category is not proper, your application is rejected for category, but you will still be considered for general category. So this is how things are happening, and you have to decide for yourself. But don't feel discouraged for at any step. If you are eligible and you have passed class 12th and you have given CUET exam in this very year, you are eligible generally. And rest is your work, how you have how you have chosen the program, and how you have made the preference list. That actually determines what is going to happen. A lot of people want to know that would there be a drop off up to 20 marks in the next round. See, again, it is very unpredictable because the things are very, very dynamic. Sometimes a random thing works, but at other times it may not work. It just depends, but you should try, I would say. And your calculation, try is not hidden trial. Your calculation should be based on what? Number of seats available, your rank, you know what is the cutoff rank, and then rearrange your preference list. I'm quite hopeful you will be able to manage it yourself if your score is not too bad, right? So let's see, can I still freeze my seat after upgrading? No. There was one student who asked that, can I freeze my seat after upgrading? See, if you are chosen for upgrade, now your case is open, your application is open in the system for consideration of the upgrade. If the system allocates you any seat in any round of upgrade, that upgrade you are bound to accept. In fact, this time the system is not asking you to freeze or accept, it will auto allocate you that seat. So if you go for upgrade, if you are not allocated anything, then your previous seat remains. But if you get an allocation in the upgrade, you are bound to accept that and you have to take that course. Again, the same question is coming from several students. Then he's saying, I got Maitri College History Honors, OBC. Is there a chance of upgradation? See, the chance for upgradation is always there. But there's one formula which we are worried as a teacher or as those who are taking admission, is that when university has asked 40% extra allocation, say for example in our college, we already have 40% extra. How many applications would be rejected? 5%, 2%, 3%? And how many would go for upgrade? Not all. So if I have a quota of 100 seats, I think if I'm taking 140, there's lesser chance of upgradation. And why university has done this is because we want to start the classes from 29th August and we want to have much lesser rounds of allotment. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So not keep hoping till the end. If you have got a reasonable allotment, I would say freeze it and start coming to the classes from 29th of August.